Hey sis, I'm Golda and welcome to my channel where we have intimate conversations and serve up wellness with a side of kink. Today I want to talk about these dating apps and how I use them to find my perfect partners. Yes, I said partners as in plural. You know, as you get older, the selection or the availability of eligible folks to date dwindles significantly. At least that has been my experience. And that is part of what contributed to my many, many years of celibacy and just not putting myself out there because it was just slipping. The pickings were slim. And so when I was ready to start dating, because of my lifestyle, you know, I work Monday through Friday, and then when I'm not working, especially on weeks where I'm commuting a lot, I don't feel like leaving the house, right? I just want to stay in. And I'm in the Northeast. It is winter. Today is the wind chill. It has a feeling like it's 31 degrees. I'm not going anywhere. So if I want to meet people, one of the best places that I can do so, utilizing these online apps. So my experience with them has been this. I would create a profile, taking my time to create a very nice detailed bio, putting up current photos, and also utilizing the premium features so that I can get the best robust experience with the app. And inevitably, what would happen would be that I would be bombarded with messages and people wanting to connect, and it would become overwhelming because the majority of them just gave me the ick. Like, had me thinking, who raised you? You really think this is an appropriate way to engage with someone that you do not know? So after about a week or two on the apps, I would get totally disgusted, overwhelmed, and I would shut down the account, only to repeat the same thing in a couple of months because I actually wanted to start dating. And so I just had to sit down with myself and try to figure out what was going on, because at the same time while I'm doing this, I'm also being subliminally internalizing this message that there is pee in the dating pool. You know, how many of you have said that, have read that, and that is what you believe? And so I truly believe that words have power and so do thoughts. And so if I was not liking what I was experiencing, I had to examine why that was. And so I went back to my thoughts. What was it that I was thinking? I had this internalized message that dating is hard, dating sucks, there's pee in the dating pool, and I no longer wanted to have the result of those thoughts, which was a really just uneventful experience. Not even uneventful, a negative experience. I wanted to have a positive experience. So I came up with some points that helped me to turn that around, and that's what I want to share with you today. How I went from just being totally overwhelmed to flipping it around and attracting the partners that I currently have now. And the first thing that I did was to change my mindset. Did I say I have 4 points? Let me put my glasses on so I make sure that I hit all of them. Okay, yes, I do have 4 points on flipping my dating experience with you. And so the first thing that I did, recognizing that my thoughts were affecting how I experienced it, how I experienced dating, and the results that I was getting, I committed to changing what I was thinking about dating. So instead of thinking there's, a pee in a dating pool, it's a horrible experience, I started telling myself this is a fun experience. only goodness is going to come my way. I am attracting exactly what I want to have during this point in my life. And once I did that, it really did change the experience that I did have. So that was the first thing. The second thing that I did was I began to treat this like I was an employer looking to fill a job position. Now, for most of us, we have been the employees responding to job postings, right? We're looking to see if we meet the qualifications, we're looking at the responsibilities of the job, and if we feel that we're a good match, we're gonna go ahead and submit the application. But I'm on the other side. I'm the employer, and I'm going through resumes, okay? So I have to know what it is that I'm looking for. What is the person that I'm looking to fill this position? What are the qualifications for this role? What are the responsibilities in this role? So now when I'm looking at these bios, I can quickly move through them based upon what it is I'm looking for. Okay, so you got to know what the qualifications are, and you got to start treating it like you are filling a job position. So the third thing, and this ties into that, is to set strict limits on the time spent on these apps. We all know how easy it is to get stuck and go down a rabbit hole. We start off looking at videos of sourdough bread, or at least this is me. We get started looking at videos on sourdough bread. An hour and a half later, and we find out we're looking at tiny home videos, right? And we're like, how did we get here? This is not what we're gonna do. So what I did is I would set a timer for like 15 or 20 minutes every night. And this is after I had done all of my responsibilities, the things that were paying the bills, the things that were helping me to take care of and maintain my home. So this isn't something that I'm just popping in, whenever, haphazardly through the day. No, I had a time block that I would spend time going through the app, and I had a limit that I was not going to go over. So I would put on my timer on my phone, start it for 15 minutes, and when it went off, guess what? Close the app, time spent. That forced me to be very, very diligent about how I was spending my time, how I was going through these bios. I wasn't spending too much time on any one person. What would quickly move them through? Did they have any photos up? Did they have a bio? Was it a thoroughly written bio? Did they use spell check? Were they typing in all caps? Were they typing in a positive or negative way? For example, people who start off with everything they're not looking for, that's a easy no for me. Whereas someone who is taking the time to give me a little bit of insight into their personality, what they're looking for, that is more likely someone that I would have responded to. No pictures, no go. One picture or a picture of that does not show their face, not interested in, okay? So there is that. And then the fourth thing is to have a process for how I was filtering folks out. And I just, went through some of that with the bio. That's one thing. But then, okay, we connect through the app. Let's say we're a match. We start talking in the app. How long before I want to move to a phone call? If we made a good connection in the app, and the conversation was there and it didn't feel like I was pulling teeth, it was an easy flowing conversation in the app, then I would want to have a phone call within a week or two. If things went well with the phone call, I want to have a video call. The video call is going to help me to see whether or not that person looks like the photos on their profile or not. If not, then why not? And I also want to see whether or not we have as easy a conversation via video call as we do on a phone call or just texting through the app. Some people have given me pushback with doing a video call, and you know what? That helps me to filter them out, because if you're not willing to just jump on a video call for a few minutes, I have to wonder why that is. And I've had that experience where we had a video call and dude showed up like he just rolled out of bed. Like, face was just ashy. He was wearing a white beater. Hair was unkept, and he didn't even bother to put a filter on the background, so the background was blur, and it was a very dark spot in the basement. So I don't know what that was about, but needless to say, we did not interact after that video chat. But if we do make it past the video chat, then we'll schedule a time to meet in person, and we take it from there. But that is my process for moving people from the app to in person. There are two shows that I became aware of recently. The first is called, Back in the Groove, and the host is Taye Diggs, and it kind of reminds me of and I guess that is a play off of the movie How Stella Got Her Groove Back. You have to be a certain age to recognize that title, but it's basically where this older, more mature woman meets and starts to date a younger man. And so that is the premise of this dating show. And it was interesting. In general, I just really detest reality shows. But because this is a dating show about older women, I was intrigued. The other show that I recently, and I don't know how long this show has been on, I think it's fairly new, but it's called The Later Daters. And this show is about people who are probably 50, 60, 70, but I think at least 50, maybe 40s, I don't know. But more mature people who are getting back into the dating pool. I would love to have conversations with people who have seen the show. I would love to get your 2 cents. So if you have seen either one of these shows, please let me know in the comments below. If you are a mature woman and you're single and you're dating, I would love to know your experience and how that's going for you. By changing my mindset and my processes towards dating, I have started 2 relationships with 2 wonderful partners that are right for me. And that's why I used finding my perfect partners in the title, because they are perfect for me, what I was looking for based on the qualifications and the responsibilities of the roles that I wanted these people to play in my life. I didn't start off looking for multiple partners. It just happened that way. And yeah, it's all good. So, dating doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be deceitful. It doesn't have to be unethical. It can be very, very much a fun experience to have. But it starts with your mindset and being honest with yourself about what you're looking for and how much you are willing to put yourself out there. I find that if you're going to utilize the dating apps, it really pays to invest in a premium feature. Again, that way you can utilize all of the functions of the app. And so you set a limit on how long you're going to be on there, whether it's 30 days. When I started, my initial intention was to stay on for 30 days. But as I got to the 30-day mark, I decided I wanted to extend it for another month. And so that's what I did. And I did that for 3 months straight. So premium for 3 months. And then I canceled it because I had what I was looking for. So I would love to know your experiences with the dating and where you are now. All right, let me know in the comments below. Share, subscribe to the channel. And I will see you later. Have a beautiful day, and remember to make some time for play.